Cowherd, was it a mistake for the Vikings to give a guy who's never won a playoff game more money than anybody and guarantee it?
You're just throwing, it's not even a question. You're just making a statement.
Should they have given this guy who's never...
Super Bowl windows. Go ask Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. They close fast. Minnesota's got an elite roster, elite receivers, great back, nice front office, moderately paid defensive players. Secondary's fantastic. They got a pass rusher.
And an overpaid quarterback.
Well, you know what? In Arizona, you overpay for central air. In Boston, you overpay for a winter coat. You overpay for things. You're going to overpay in this league for a quarterback.
How about winning a postseason game? We've just, again, Kirk Cousins has got some RG3 in him. He's got a documentary on his free agent. He was having it filmed. He wrote this letter to Washington fans as if, was he? Oh, you remember that playoff game I lost? Oh, you remember those big passes I didn't complete? What was in this letter? This guy is delusional. The Vikings and all of us in the media have fallen into this Kirk Cousins delusion. $28 million a year, fully guaranteed for a guy who's never won in the postseason? Give me a break.
By the way, David Caruso once signed a huge contract, television contract. Remember David Caruso? And everybody was like, well, he was on a winning show. Like, don't fall for you got to be the best to be paid the best. In a week, somebody else could be the next highest paid quarterback.
Let's don't earn it then. Let's see. He doesn't have to earn it. Good. Kirk Cousins.
Are you bothered by it?
No, not at all. Not at all. It was the perfect storm for Kirk Cousins. When you look at the situation that the Vikings were in,
yes,
you were never going to get Drew Brees. You were never going to get Drew Brees. It's either Case Keenum, Teddy Bridgewater. You already pretty much let them know, or Sam Bradford. We're not really sold on either of you guys. And so Kirk Cousins comes in. He's a fresh face. He has the arm strength that Keenum does not possess.
Durable, doesn't get hurt.
He doesn't get hurt. The one thing that I love about this situation is his belief in himself. He carries his mindset it's a match made in heaven for Mike Zimmer. Because this is how Mike Zimmer sees himself. He's like, you like that? Everything that we do, you like that? That's Kirk Cousins. He's like, I'm going to be put in a situation where my defense is going to get me the ball back. I don't have to push. I don't have to have everything. No.
Albert Haynesworth.
Completely different.
That was the worst free agent contract until this one.
No.
Albert Haynesworth. That's what this is. They're overpaying for. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. They've just spent too much money on him, and he hasn't earned it. At that position, he's damn near, he'll be 30. This isn't some 25-year-old. This isn't Jimmy Garoppolo. This is 30. He's had plenty of opportunities to prove he can get it done in big moments, and he hasn't shown it.
Yeah, he didn't have the support around him like he will have
last year was ridiculous.
Well,
everybody got hurt.
Garoppolo had all kinds of support.
You said it right. I think in Minnesota is a perfect situation for him. Minnesota has a defense. And you said it because the window for Super Bowls, they close very quickly.
Who won the Super Bowl this year? Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
So you don't have to have a $28 million quarterback.
You can't use this year.
You can't use this year.
The last 15 before him were like Brady, Big Ben, Breeze, Peyton.
Where any of them paid $28 million.
Oh, look, you're getting caught up.
But the thing is, that's pretty much the going rate for quarterback. $20 million. You don't want to pay it, but Minnesota has the money because.
How is it the going rate when this is the first fully guaranteed contract?
Well, I tell you one thing.
He just set a new standard and hasn't done a damn thing to deserve it.
The guaranteed contract is the best thing about that. Hopefully, that will trickle down to the National Football. I was one of the first guys to try to get a guaranteed contract in a sense, because I told John Shaw, look, give me year by year. If I have over 1,400 yards, pay me like a quarterback and guarantee it. No, we won't do that. I mean, but he's betting on himself.
I got it. But, Eric, if they had given you guaranteed money, you know what? I probably would have applauded. You're a Hall of Famer. You were an all-time
But I wasn't a Hall of Famer then.
You were the best at your position. This dude ain't... Is he one of the top...
I agree with you with that.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this today. If you live in Minnesota and you have two good receivers, that defense, are you happy today? I feel
Absolutely.
Great. Bradford's hurt, Keenum's short,
Absolutely.
Teddy hurt. I feel like we're going to win the Super Bowl.
And you want to know why it's not overpaid for them? Because when you pay like that, the expectations are high. Whether you win or lose, you're going to fill that stadium up, and they're going to pay to come and watch a Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. the Wolves are going to get that money
When
back.
they don't win in the postseason the next 2 years, will we all come on here and agree it was a mistake?
No, I still don't think it's a mistake.
I still
If
think
they just paid the man more than anybody. They've guaranteed it, and he doesn't even have to win. Y'all right.
He was going to make $34 million if
He is
he
the
went back
best
to the
available
Redskins.
option. Well, the news of Cousins' guaranteed deal is already reverberating around the league. Doug Baldwin, Seattle, tweeting, quote, Kirk Cousins is a hero for all the young players that will follow after him. Now we need more players to bet on themselves until fully guaranteed contracts are the norm and not the exception. Whitlock are guaranteed deals, contracts, a good thing for the National Football League.
No, and look, I'm a football person. I love football, but if you guaranteed all the contracts, the game would be diminished. Now, that's just a fact. More guaranteed money, more bonuses, I'm all for. But guaranteeing the entire contracts, look, man, football, and I love the game, but it's the least fun game to be a part of all the games that we play for money. Because Sundays are great, or Saturdays in college, or Fridays in high school football. The rest of the week, man.
Football practice is no fun.
Yeah, you can have. And so you start guaranteeing the money, and I'm just sorry. There's 1,300 players. You start guaranteeing the money, and I'd say 300 to 400 I'm going to lay down on you.
Well, here's the other thing. This sounds awful because I'm around players. It's great for players. But I've said this for years about fans. Fans are always rooting for their favorite player to get paid. What you should always root for in any sport is team flexibility. Guy gets hurt. Oh, brother. Player lays down, as you said. Player has an issue with a coach, but you know the coach is good. Listen, if you gave me a 10-year contract, would I work as hard? I don't know if I would. The fact that I have a year left on my contract motivates me. I always feel like flexibility for the team is better than my local shortstop becoming worth $250 million.
30-year-old guy gets a 5-year contract. What's he going to do? I mean, seriously.
Some will be motivated.
After he's already made some money and been in the league, and then he gets his last contract, no way you can guarantee these contracts. But you players continue.
Man, first of all,
you players continue on.
As a player, I mean, as any contract, when you think about a contract, people think, all right, so if you get fired, you get paid? Oh, yeah, in football, no, it doesn't work like that. Guaranteed contracts are the best thing for the national football.
My mother was laid off before. She didn't get paid.
What do you mean?
She got unemployment.
You got a guaranteed contract?
No. You started comparing it to all walks of life, and that ain't.
Well, look,
there's a reality.
Well, football, it pretty much is like all walks of life, pretty much. Or you play a sport, because sports and business and anything pretty much work hand in hand. If you work hard, you get paid. Right. You don't get paid fairly all the time. And football is a sport that we play hard. You have a short window. That window you have to take advantage of. And it's not, I don't think you think every guy that gets paid is going to lay down. I mean, it depends on the individual.
You're right.
15, 20% of them lay down, the game is completely different.
But you can't say that, because you know why?
They would, Eric.
No, they would not. When you got a guy across from you competing against you, you're not going to lay down.
15 to 20% of the players don't even like football.
They don't like to watch it. They like playing it.
By the way, if 15% of the NBA players lay down, we still love the NBA.
I was just going to say, what about Major League Baseball?
There you go again.
What?
The NFL is king, man. Quit talking about this little petty NBA in comparison to football. Now, I love basketball, but it does not compare to the NFL. One generates $14 billion and the other generates $5 billion.
And why come we shouldn't have guaranteed contracts? You're right about that. The NFL makes more money than basketball, baseball, all combined. Why come we can't have guaranteed contracts?
Because you play a different sport.
Here's the thing. It's a great thing that has happened today. Today was a monumental day in the NFL.
Players.
For players and for the game of football and for the league. I think as a businessman, as an owner, if I'm an owner, you have to know what you're investing in. Like, let's take, for instance, Odell Beckham Jr.
Mm-hmm.
You can't guarantee that contract, fully guarantee that contract, because of what we've seen. The things that has come out, it's like, nope, we're not going to be willing to do that. So it's all based on the player, his character. Everything now ties into if I'm going to be willing to pay you a guaranteed deal. I don't think this is for every player in the league, and I think every player is excited, because now, specifically quarterbacks.
Yeah, because they gave it to a ham sandwich. And some of these steak sandwiches out here, like, damn, they gave it to a ham sandwich. I know I can get mine.
But listen, let's not go here though. You're saying, like, listen, if you guarantee money, then guys won't work as hard. There's guaranteed money all over Wall Street.
And guys don't work. If you look at the corruption on Wall Street.
No. Corruption and laying down. Corruption is the fight to make more money.
Absolutely.
That's two different things.
Men have egos. Okay, you have never made more money. I bet you prep better today than you did at the Kansas City Star. Because you care about the quality. Your audience is bigger. You care more.
Guaranteed contract.
I think this idea that all players are going to, like, I got money, I'm going to go. Tom Brady, you can't get him off a field.
He's a different person.
And here's the thing with Kirk Cousins. He signed a 3-year deal. He'll be 32 years old, which is young for quarterbacks in this league. So you don't think in his mind he's thinking, if I got this one guaranteed, why would I lay it down? Why would I throw it in? I've never played with this amount of freedom before in my life.
The rank and file. Again, the guys on Wall Street aren't risking their lives. Their wives aren't on them, baby, when you gonna retire? Their kids aren't on them, when you gonna retire? Their parents. Guys on Wall Street, it's a whole different animal than football. Yeah, they don't guarantee money in golf. You gotta go out and earn it every weekend. They don't guarantee boxing. You get paid per fight. There's other sports, UFC. There's other sports that don't guarantee contracts. So let's quit crying about NFL players.
None of them as big as football. None of them as big as football.
And football's taking care of so many players because of the system.
They're not
if you
taking
had the
care of
same
players.
system,
Okay, let me ask you this.
53 guys on the
okay,
team,
time out though. Okay, let me
think about it.
listen, I don't even know, you made me change my opinion here.
Yeah.
Okay, let me say this. Golfers do have guaranteed money. It's called Gatorade and Nike. Tennis players, Roger Federer, they all have guaranteed money in endorsements.
these guys get endorsements, just not as much.
Oh, football players don't get
please, we don't
anything
get
for
nothing.
endorsements.
Odell's getting $5 million. Look, the average PGA Tour golfer, the guy's average PGA Tour, he's not getting rich off his endorsements.
Well, the
Tiger Woods.
average blank isn't getting rich anywhere in America.
In the NFL, it's only a few guys making the money. It's only a few. It's only on a football team, 5 or 6 guys really getting paid.
And again, I don't think this is for every single player.
But they're not.
I don't think that your point, you make a valid point. There could be some laying down or whatever, but I don't think this is for every player. As an owner, you have to know, and a general manager, it's your job to know who you're investing in.
Don't give them guaranteed contracts.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Be mad at them.
Yeah.